Welcome to part 2 of the workshop series on how to build a structured AI chatbot. In the last video, we basically laid out the foundation of the chatbot. So we basically created all the flows. We also went towards the content tab. We created a few AI prompts, bot fields. We also went into the user fields and also created there a few things, and that was about it, right? So in this video, I want to go into the flows themselves and take a look at the structure that I want to put in, because that's a really important one. So I'm not going into the details. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the nodes without context, right? I'm going to add nodes, I'm going to annotate them, and that is pretty much it, because I first want to take a look at the structure that I want to do. And from there, I am going, in the next video at least, in the next video, I will basically fill in those blanks. So for me, the most important flow is the AI intent selector. So if we go there, let's edit the flow. The thing that I will need, first and foremost, is an action block. And inside this action block, we are going with an action, and that is basically to determine the intent of the user, right? So what we can do is at least fill in the action that we are wanting to use, and that is the AI Mastery app and nothing more, okay? So inside of this AI Mastery action, I'm going with a chat completion. I'm wanting to do an intent detection of sorts, right? So I will have different sections inside of my chatbot, and based on those different sections, I want to be able to show the correct flows, right? So if, for example, the user is talking about how to best contact you or what is your email, then it needs to go towards the contact me information section of the chatbot. So the intent needs to then trigger the intent contact me, right? So that is something that we will do inside the next video. For now, what I also want to do is basically after this action node is to go with a condition, and this condition checks check the intent, or rather match the intent, right? So that is an important one as well. After that, after that, we are going with some go-to nodes, and basically this will be different kinds of sections. So this could be sent to, let's say, about membership section. There we go. And then we will have another one, most likely, that will go towards send to about membership. We will have main menu. We will have, well, let's all call them sections as well. We will have, which flows did we have again? Admin flows. That is not really needed. Admin flows itself, because I will trigger those by keyword. And let's see, we also have customer support, so that is also needed. So let's go back and let's duplicate this flow. Then go with send to customer support section. There we go. Then we also have, let's see, lead generation. So I will call the lead generation freebies actually. So let's say, let's send to, and let's just delete this. Let's go with freebies. And let's see what, sorry, still recovering. Onboarding, do we need to go towards onboarding? No, I will leave that out for now. So we have membership information, main menu, freebies, customer support, and about us, right? About membership. So those will be the few, I think that will be the layout of this flow. Of course, this condition block will have multiple conditions, condition groups actually, and each condition group will check its own intent, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 go-tos. Let's also match that 1, 2, 3, 4. So one more. There we go. So this will basically be the layout of the intent selector. So again, nothing going to go inside the nodes themselves for now, just laying out the foundation. So let's just publish for now. And for the about us, it's, well, most flows will basically go the exact same. So here we will go with a, let's say, generate AI reply. And we can, of course, already bring in that AI Mastery action. There we go. And the only thing we are going to put in here is a send message node to send the notification or the AI message, right? So let's say send AI reply. There we go. And the rest will be pretty similar. So if we go towards the main menu will also go with an action. And basically this will be the generate AI reply. Generate AI, AI reply. There we go. And the action will be, the action will be this one. And then we are, instead of a send message node, I'm thinking, are we going to use a send message node, or are we going to loop around, right? advantage of a question node is that I can loop around inside the same flow, but the issue with this is if the user does not need to go inside of this same flow, but needs to go towards the other flow, then we will have a certain issue. So no, I'm just going with a send message step for now. If it turns out that we can optimize the flow, then we will definitely do so. Let's say send AI reply. There we go. And then we will have, that's the main menu, membership information. Again, the exact same, right? Boom, 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 boom. Well, actually, I have an AI about us. I think this one can just go because I can put everything inside the AI membership information. So I'm actually going to delete this one. So let's just delete it. There we go. And then everything will go here instead. So anything about us, about the membership, about me as a founder, I can just put inside of this single flow. And of course, we'll go with a action node. Let's say generate AI reply. And then we'll go with the exact same setup to then send the message again. And then let's say send AI reply. There we go. I think that's about it. AI onboarding. Okay, so that is something that we need to figure out. What I want to do inside the AI onboarding, and I don't think that I already set up the flow for that, right? No, I only have these two notification errors and notification support. That's a good one. What do I want to do in this flow? Do I want to segment it into smaller sections? So how do I want to onboard the user, right? Preferably, I want to respond in the user's language. So I think that I'm going to go first with a condition. And this condition is to check user data. And with user data, I'm going to check for if the user country exists, if the user's language exists, maybe first language, then country. And if not, then, whoops, not this one. And then we can go with looking to see if the phone number exists. For example, if they opt in through WhatsApp, right? Because first I want to determine the correct language. And we can do so by, according to a few data, maybe sometimes the browser language is already being picked up, so we already have the language. Sometimes there is no language, but we do have the country. And sometimes we don't have the above two, but we do have the phone number. And in that case, we can extract the language from the phone number. So that is something that I want to do. And then based on that, I'm going to generate AI question, and this will be language. Well, I can basically do the same for all three. So let's just duplicate this a few times. And that will be for the language. So as soon as the user confirmed that, we can go towards the next step. Still debating if I am going to do this inside of a function flow. I think that's a little bit cleaner. And I'm actually going to do that. So let me just copy all of this. So if you want to copy a set of nodes, you can just highlight them as I did, right? By just holding shift and then dragging your mouse by holding the left mouse button over the nodes. And then you can just say Control plus C to copy them. Okay? So that is something that you could do. What you could also do, and I just noticed, I didn't notice that before, you can move them towards a certain subflow. So I'm actually going to try that out because that basically removes the copy and pasting entirely. So let me create a new subflow. And inside the subflow, let's call this AI and then say determine language. There we go. So now that I have this, I'm going back towards the onboarding flow. And what I want to do now is highlight them and see if I can select that specific flow. I cannot select that specific flow. So it does not go with those flows. Ah, that sucks. It is strange. Okay, so the selecting of flow to move nodes can only be done by regular flows. So I will skip that for now. I will just copy and paste them manually by holding Control or Command plus C. As you can see, 4 blocks have been copied. I will now go inside that new function flow. And I will then just go inside the empty canvas, just click once, and then say Control or Command plus V. And that will copy those nodes in. So that is also an option that you could do. Let's do that for now. What I do need here is also an output. So let me also go with an output. And if you're not familiar with function flows, the way function flows work is you can send a user towards this specific flow from any other flow. And when the user is finished with this flow, you can have an output node. And that means that if this user is sent from the onboarding flow in this case, right? And he finished this specific flow, the output node allows us to return him towards the onboarding flow. At the same time, if you have another flow, for example, a customer support flow, and you want to determine the language, so you're sending them towards this function flow again, if it finishes and it goes towards the output node, it will then return them towards that customer support flow. Pretty cool, right? This is really, really cool stuff, because this also allows you to basically prevent repetitive nodes from being created, repetitive flows from being created, and it allows you to have more structure inside your chatbot. So let's say this is language determined. We also, you can also have multiple output nodes, so that is useful in different kinds of use cases. And if we come across them, I will also discuss them during the building of this chatbot, but I will leave them for now to stay focused on what we want to. And so that's good. Let's go towards the onboarding flow. Let's delete these. We don't need those. Those are inside the function now. And we can now basically say, okay, we are going with a go-to node. And inside this go-to node, let's say send to determine language flow. I will leave it as is, because I mentioned I'm not going to fill in all the different kinds of nodes, right? I will do that inside the next video, but it's good to have this structure. So as soon as I select that specific function flow, I will also get an output node where I can continue. So once continuing, I want to go with an action, and inside this action, inside this action, we are this is going to be uncut, so if you hear me coughing, it's still because I'm recovering from COVID and stuff like that. So apologies for that, but I'm trying to record this in one go, record a live session. So if you hear that, then apologies. You can skip past this, of course. Let's say generate AI welcome message. There we go. I think that will be good. And then we will also go, I think we're going to do a sort of a loop here. So we are going to generate a welcome message, but we're also going to check if the user is ready to continue, yes or no. So we are going to check if user is ready. Oops. And if not, we're going to send them a AI reply, right? So let's just say send next AI reply. And otherwise it will just loop around. And once they are ready, we can go back. Let's see. Yeah, so once they are ready, damn, that does not work. Because I want to do something cool here. I will just go with a go-to node for now, because I'm thinking about something that I will explain more of in the next video when actually filling those sections in. But let's just say we are going towards send to intent selector. There we go. That's good to go. That's the AI onboarding. That's perfect. So that's AI main menu. That's the next one that we need to tackle. Let's first refresh to see which flows we actually created for now. Let's go here. Okay. Why does it, by the way, still say 10? It should say 11, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, it is 10. It is 10. Okay, so the next one will be the AI admin social media content creator. Ooh, that's a good one, actually. I'm going to leave this one blank, so I'm going across my own, I'm going to go against my own principles, but I'm going to put this inside here. So let's say admin flows. The reason for this is I want to do something special here, but I cannot come up with that specific structure. I need to rethink about that, and that is why I'm going to put them inside of a separate folder for now, and that will be this one. There we go. The customer support flow. So that is something that we could do, right? What I need here, first and foremost, let's say generate AI reply that will contain some customer support information, and see if something can be determined. If not, or if yes, we are going to loop this around. So this will be check if question, check if escalation is needed. If no, then we can go with a question, and then that will just send next AI reply, and we can just loop around this, right? But if escalation is needed here, then we are going into the next sequence of the customer support, and that's basically capturing all the user details, and that we can do with another chat completion, and we can actually fill in this one at least, and we can do that here as well. So let's say capture user details, and we can go with an integration again, AI mastery app, and then basically the exact same here with a slight difference. That will be check if all data has been captured. If no, we can do this exact same similar setup, just send the AI reply, and then once everything has been captured, I'm going to go and trigger a workflow, because I believe I have a workflow for this. And let's say trigger admin notification. There we go. I believe it's an admin notification, right? What was it? Admin notification support. Okay, so I need to clarify that. Admin notification support. Okay, perfect. So that will be this flow. And again, it looks really, really simple, right? Just a few nodes, and that is basically the entire flow. But it basically, because we are looping around, we can have a lot of information in just these few nodes. Then we have the other ones. Let's see, AI intent selector we have, AI lead generation. We can partially fill in. I do not know where I'm going to store my lead generation freebies yet, but let's see. I can go with an AI, well, actually I'm going to go with a Google Sheets search. I determined I'm going to use Google Sheets. Google Sheet freebie search. There we go. That will collect all freebies. Then I will go with another action that will go and format all the freebies in a nice looking manner. So let's say format freebie overview. So that's that. This will be this one. And then we will go with a question. Are we going with a question? Yeah, we can go with a question. Let's do it like this. And also have a condition inside of here. You can see that the setups are pretty similar, right? So condition will be user selected a freebie. And if not, we can just loop it around like this. And then once it's been selected, we are going with capture user details. That will be another one. So that will be this. Then we will have another condition block. And let's say all user data captured. If not, we are going to use a question to send the next AI. And I actually need to rename this as well. Send next AI reply. And I can just copy and paste that here. And that will basically loop around. Then last but not least, let's see, that part I'm not clear about the delivery. So instead of that, I'm going to leave out a comment. And that comment will basically be my next node, and it will, or my next node. And it will be determine freebie delivery. So that's the lead generation. Then we can go with the membership information we already have. AI onboarding we also did. Well, actually, let's go with the AI flows, because we can do the workflows, right? So let's go with the AI admin notification, and that's for errors. So what I'm going to do is the following. That is to generate AI error report, and then plus send to admin. There we go. I think that's about it for this node. Going to do something similar for the other one. Let me first drink some water. Maybe that will help with coughing. So let's go inside the support node, the support notification. And that is pretty much the exact same. So let's go with an action. And let's say send admin notification support. And that will pretty much be it, I think. Well, no, actually, let's say generate AI support report plus send to admin. I think that's about good. Let's do that as well. Did we cover all flows? What customer support did have a nice setup. Not sure why everything has been set like this. I did save it, right? Why do I need to drag everything in the correct order? I'm hoping that I'm not needing to do that with all those flows, because then I will be pretty pissed. But let's do it like this for now. If I am going out, whoops, that was not the intention, but if I go back, It's still not saved. That's not a good sign. Now it is saved. And again, it's being set like this. Why? Okay, so I will worry about that for the next time. Is that done with all of them? Oh, wow. That is crap. I really do not like that one. Okay, so I pretty much arranged the entire flow for nothing, right? At least I have all the notes in and I know how to work in this order from top to bottom, but it is still a really strange issue. It did not do so here. Why not? Also here. This one was. Okay. Well, never mind. So that's it for this video. We filled in basically all the flows, all the nodes that we want to use, or at least start with, right? So it provides a little bit more structure for me also visually, because it's basically a mind map that I want to do. And in this regard, I'm able to quickly fill in all the content that I need. So that is something that will happen inside the next video. And if you have any questions about this one, do let me know and I'll try to answer them as soon as possible. For now, have a great day, have a great weekend, because I'm recording this on a Saturday, and I will talk to you really, really soon.